Because as if I wasn't already doing enough. Why would you think that's what I do? I do meetups. And then I was like, well, why the fuck not? Hey babe, welcome back to my channel. In case you're new here, I'm Alana Reina, and this video is all about updating you on my crazy life. I feel like I haven't actually talked to y'all in months, like maybe at all this year. I've only posted a few vlogs. My last one just went up the other day about swim week, which was literally 2.5 months ago. So if that gives you any indication of how busy and crazy my life has been, that should be it. But I do want to give y'all an explanation because I feel like I kind of just disappeared and I miss y'all and I hope you miss me too. So let's get into it. Okay, so first of all, this year I really honed in on leaning into opening this holistic center. So I don't know if I've talked about this before, but I'm opening a holistic center in Miami and I don't have the location. I don't have even an investor. Like, we're very much in the conceptualization stage of it, but this is an idea I've had for 13 years now. Yes, 13 or maybe 12, close to 13. But basically since my senior year of college and I was studying psychology, I got really into meditation and yoga, and I just came up with this idea to have a center where like all these things are in one place. So the yoga and meditation, there will be holistic therapy, like the same type of therapy I do with my clients, acupuncture, a holistic spa. So think like all holistic products, but also holistic alternatives to Botox, that sort of thing. I want there to be a co-working space for members and then also hosting events there. So everything you can think of when it comes to integrative, restorative, holistic wellness all in one place. So beginning of this year, I started to really try to get into opportunities to create community around that. So doing workshops and events, which I started to do end of last year, and then really tried to dive into that this year. And I stopped going to as many events as like an attendee and started trying to go to events as like a wellness practitioner and as a business owner. I had started my business, Soul Space Holistic Wellness, end of last summer, so it had already been in the works, but I decided that rather than trying to just make it like a private practice for therapy clients, like I initially wanted to start with, that I was just going to dive into trying to find an investor. So I also sought out a business mentor through this place called Catalyst Miami, which provides free business advice and help for small business owners like myself. And I started working with her, but I honestly stopped because I felt like it wasn't really working. I also started working on an e-course, which I did end up releasing in May. It is all about unlearning people pleasing, which I feel like is something that I'm still working through and I've helped pretty much every single one of my clients on. So it's something that's very near and dear to me. And if you struggle with people pleasing, you absolutely should check it out. I'm gonna obviously link it in the description box of this video, so go check it out. It's still at a really good price before I add more content and increase it. So if you're interested, need more information, let me know in the comments, but the link will be there for you. So that is a couple of the things, and honestly I feel like I've just been in such a growth period, such like a, not struggle, but like pivoting over and over and trying to figure out what it is that I want to do with that business, what I want to do with my job, and just really trying to figure things out. I also moved to a new unit in April, so it's basically the same apartment but a different unit in the building. Still need to do an apartment tour, which I'm definitely going to film next. I think that'll be my next video, and I'll explain why it took me so long to get around to that. But anyways, that will be a different video. And after like May, I think, when I went to LA and then I had released this e-course, I decided it's time to quit my job and I wanted to stop doing therapy full-time and fully lean into this entrepreneur journey of looking for a holistic center investor, hosting events, creating community. And then, because as if I wasn't already doing enough, I randomly decided to start another business. Like literally in May, I just got a random idea to start another business called Matcha and Mocktails. So that business originally started off as also wanting to build community and incorporate like a mental health component, with meetups where me and whatever girls want to join can go get matcha, sit and chat about like mental health and wellness related topics, maybe go on a walk and just like build that community. Obviously also hosting events, which is obviously harder because you have to find a venue. It's harder than just kind of meeting up at a cafe and buying a matcha. So I did a couple meetups in May, and then I really fell off, honestly, because I was just overwhelmed with the transition out of being a full-time therapist, and I officially transitioned out end of June. So now that I'm filming this August 14th, I'm a month and a half into being a full-time entrepreneur. Go me. And I'll talk a little bit more about that in a second. But randomly in like June, end of June, I got a DM from this influencer in Miami who also hosts events for women, asking me to come do a matcha pop-up bar at her event. And when I saw this message, I was like, why would you think that's what I do? I do meetups. And then I was like, well, why the fuck not? It's not like I need a permit or a certification to do a matcha pop-up at a private event. And I love matcha, and no offense, but I've been drinking matcha and into matcha since way before all y'all bitches. I feel like if anyone is qualified, it's me. And I already had like the perfect branding and concept for it, so it was a no-brainer. I was like, I'm gonna take this opportunity. I think will open a lot of doors. I tried to negotiate a really small budget to at least cover supplies, and unfortunately she was not willing to do that. So I was like, fuck it. I'm just gonna pay for it myself and invest into the content and visibility I'm gonna get from it. And when I tell y'all, it definitely paid off, because I've been getting flooded with inquiries to do different matcha pop-ups at private events, at charity events, like all types of different events. And I feel like this is opening the doors so much faster than with my other business, and there's so much more visibility on this one. Obviously it's cute, it's aesthetic, it's girly, everyone loves matcha. I think it is a lot easier to like understand what it is that I do through that business than through the holistic wellness one. So I don't take any offense to it. Obviously I'm happy to be getting these opportunities, and it's really exciting, and I'm excited to see where it leads. But it's definitely been a lot. So now I have 2 different brands that I'm managing, let alone my own personal brand, which, as you guys can see, has fallen off. I still post on Instagram and TikTok, but YouTube is just honestly really time consuming. And even though now I have a schedule where I can kind of do whatever I want with my days when I'm not seeing clients, I still have a very small caseload of clients. It just honestly doesn't make sense or like work for me to be filming all of it. I already get really overstimulated and really overwhelmed without having to set up the camera. And I actually sold my like camera last month because I wasn't using it. So the impracticality of using my phone to be filming throughout the day when I need to use my phone for stuff, it's just not working for now. So I don't know if I'm gonna get back into filming regularly. I would like to. I've mentioned this vlogger before, but I think Shayla Quinn is a fucking superhero. The fact that she does her vlogging and her Instagram and her TikTok, and she runs these like, I don't even know what you'd call it, like coaching sessions, and she has like a physical product that she sells now. Like she does a lot, and I honestly don't know how she does that all. Like I would just be so overstimulated all the time, constantly having to film. Maybe if I had one of those little like DJI pocket camera things, or now they have like a drone, maybe it would be easier, but for now it's just very difficult. So I'm trying to do my best. But like I was saying, I'm not going to as many events myself, and I feel like I'm not really like going out and about on the weekends anymore to do like fun weekend vlogs. So I may pick up the camera here and there to just kind of do like vlogs like on random days throughout the week or the month, but don't want to make any promises. I just did want to update you guys on what my life has been like. And maybe I will start another video talking more about my entrepreneurship journey when I'm a little bit further in, because it's definitely been challenging and it's definitely made me stretch and grow in ways that I never have before. And it's been a beautiful journey so far, but I feel like there's still a lot of lessons that I'm in the middle of right now, and I would like to have a little bit more time to like let it cook, so to speak, before I kind of make a video about that. But if you have any questions at all about starting your own business, being an entrepreneur, full-time content creator, freelancer, anything like that, please let me know. I would love to include that in the video. And if there's anything else you're wondering about in regards to my life or any of the things that I mentioned, also leave a comment. And if you're not already, go follow me on Instagram. Definitely follow me on TikTok. That is where it's getting the most love from me. And of course, if you live in Miami, please come to one of my TikToks. Please come to one of my pop-ups or events. I'd love to meet you in person. And as always, I'll see you in the next video. Love you. Bye.